Well, and you're a young man. This is something you should be looking into yourself. I want to see you. I do. You look like you're in your early 20s, right?
That's irrelevant.
You're the type of people I want to reach out to, because the older generation isn't getting it right, man. This is superseding our rights to preemptively strike down something that there's already laws against. There is laws against me collecting private information and dispensing that to the public, or dispersing that to the public.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make a complaint about it.
No, I want you to look into it. And I know the proper avenues to make a complaint, but you're one of the younger ones, and I'll be seeing you again. I'm sure I will. What was your badge number?
My badge number is 2832.
2832?
Yes, sir.
Gillespie, take it easy. You too, sir.
Take care.
Hey guys, this is True North Transparency. We are here today at 429 Harry Walker Parkway South at the York Regional Police No. 1 District Headquarters. This is in Newmarket, Ontario. So we are, I don't know, I guess about an hour's drive straight north of downtown Toronto, up the 404, the Highway 404, the Don Valley parking lot. Now, I came up here today for two reasons. There's this place here, and then right up the road I wanted to go and visit the RCMP headquarters. Not the headquarters, it's just an RCMP station. I guess it's about 10 or 15 minutes up the road, up that way. So we do have an officer leaving right now. Unmarked cruiser. I saw a second one leaving earlier. There's the parking lot camera up top there. There's another one right here. That's funny, their lights look like, so LED lights look like they are blinking when they're not actually blinking. So we have here, guys. Next door to the police station, we have a paramedic response station. It has warmed up a little bit. Sorry, I knocked my camera a little bit. So it's 16 degrees Celsius, which you guys will have to figure out on Fahrenheit. It is October 12th, 2023, 1:21 p.m. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna hang out for a little bit. I'll wait until some of these fine people leave the lobby. So I think that's what there is going on here. There's a bunch of people in the lobby. As you can see, there's a bunch of cars here. Sorry. And these buildings cost a boatload of money, guys. And I built a few police stations in the past, and they cost a shit ton of money. an officer.
Today?
Good, how are you?
Not bad. What are you up to? Videotaping stuff.
Taking a video.
For what purposes?
More of an educational video.
Oh yeah?
About policing in Ontario. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have any like organization that you're with?
Nope.
Anywhere you're going to be posting it or anything like
Well, it
that?
gets posted sometimes, but I just make these videos. Yep.
Okay. Have a good day.
Do you have a, hold on, you're an officer here?
Oh yeah.
Do you have a name and badge number?
I do, but...
Well, you stopped to talk to me. You know the Police Services Act.
I
So.
didn't interrogate you. I just stopped to talk to you.
I know.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah.
So-
I don't have any cards.
Do you have a name and badge number?
Yeah, badge is 1671.
1671? That's good enough, brother.
All right, you have a good day.
Hey, what's the policy inside? I want to go in and get a complaint form.
Want to talk with the front desk?
Awesome.
More than willing to talk to anybody that comes.
Cool. Is this all visitor parking?
The front desk, yeah.
Okay, right on. So there's people in there then right now, right?
If there's cars, there's people in there.
I would imagine so. So I'll give it a few.
All right.
You take it easy, man. So I've decided, guys, that as opposed to being a jackass and telling them, I'm not telling them what I'm up to. I literally am making videos on educational videos on policing in Ontario. So I figure, why not tell them that much? It's what I'm doing here. You know, I don't see why it should be an issue. We do have the freedom of the press in this country. And you know what, let's take a minute here. Let's, a lot of people have asked me to explain our rights here in Canada. Now, as far as I understand, guys, don't get me wrong, this is not legal advice, this is not cast in stone, but what I am saying about government buildings in Ontario is they're all owned by the Queen or the monarchy. And guys, that is the problem with Canada. Everything is private property. That's why they call it the Corporation of the City of Pickering. Everything they claim is private property. But what they do is they claim the public accessibility of said property. And so in Canada, we do have the right to the freedom of press. How are you guys doing? Car number 170. And so we do have the right to do this here in Canada. I get a lot of people that just absolutely despise what I'm doing. And they get really angry and say that we don't live in the States, so why are you trying that crap they pull in the States? Well, guys, we have, what it's called is called the freedom of expression. It is one of our natural rights. The freedom of press is our natural right. And so what we're doing here, guys, that natural right is protected under Section 2B of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. It's the closest thing we have. It's the closest thing we have to the First Amendment in Canada. And what it does protect is it protects your freedom of assembly, your freedom of religion, the freedom of press, and the freedom of expression, which includes the freedom of the press. And I said assembly, religion, the freedom of expression, and the freedom of opinion, which that is hugely under attack here in Canada these days. And like, well, let's just go for this. A man named Josh Alexander, a young boy actually. I don't even think he's 18. Josh Alexander was arrested and expelled from his school and not allowed to graduate from his school because he said there was only two genders, and this is a Catholic school here in Canada. And so our rights are under attack in Canada. Anybody who doesn't see it is blind. The freedom of expression denotes that you, as a Canadian citizen or anybody in Canada, are allowed to collect the content to exercise your freedom of expression. Ontario has a terrible Trespass to Property Act. It's a horrifically written document. Now, it states in there that it doesn't differentiate between private and public property or publicly accessible government property, so on and so forth. But what it does state is that school sites operate as though it is private property. And that's what they are allowed to do. School sites are allowed to kick you out of there for no reason. And it leads me to believe that the Trespass to Property Act, which is used by so many police and so many police stations to kick you out of them, City Hall, as well, as you guys have seen in one of my previous videos, or multiple videos of mine, and libraries, they all use the Trespass to Property Act. And I don't think it's right, because the Trespass to Property Act only singles out school sites as having the ability to throw you out of those particular sites. Canada is one of the most confusing places I've ever seen an audit take place or an audit performed. .193, that was car number 193 and car number 129. Now, they don't seem to mind me too much, which is good. I'm glad. That's exactly what I'm looking for, and I'm telling you that much. But Canada is a very confusing place. That's why people keep getting arrested. You know, they keep getting charged for harassment for standing exactly in a place where I'm standing. And you see, there's an officer just pulled up here, and this is a restricted area sign in front of me, and there is none behind me, and all this area off to my right here is public parking, publicly accessible parking. Now, we are gonna eventually get to the bottom of it. We'll figure out exactly the laws surrounding public property, publicly accessible property. And what I'm doing right now, guys, I'm suing the city of Pickering for kicking me out of what I think is public property, City Hall. If the Trespass to Property Act of Ontario applied to City Hall, they could just kick anybody out who didn't agree with their point of view. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. This guy's got his lights going. Where's he got his lights going? That's sort of odd. PD78. And then we have car 192. So PD78 has his lights on, as you guys can see. Oh, he turned his lights off. We're just having a little conversation there. I wonder what PD stands for. It's not police department, it's something else. So guys, I just gotta say, it is confusing. I'm learning as I go, but I am learning that they call it publicly accessible property, which does not negate our rights. The fact that it's owned by the monarchy or the queen or the king or whoever's in power at the time does not negate your rights. You have the right to collect content for a story, and you have the right to disseminate that information. One thing the police like to use is a charge called intimidation, which you can't be charged for if you're collecting information to disseminate or to communicate to others. And they also use harassment, which means you would have to be intentionally trying to cause alarm, which we're not here to cause alarm, guys. We're just here to, we're making an educational video about policing in Canada. Oh, what, these two going in? Right on. I'm recording, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah.
Is there a sign that says no recording?
It says no recording.
Oh, does it really? I'm gonna have to record the sign then. Okay. I'll let you do thing. So guys, as you can see, in true York region fashion, no recording devices are to be used in this facility. Let's put this here. Go ahead. Yeah.
Because, you know, like,
Actually, that's past that sun. So they do have the signs, guys. And they also have a sign that says you can't smoke weed. I want to come in and get a complaint form, but I'm recording.
Okay, then you'll have to leave it outside.
I don't want to leave it outside. Why is this like?
So there's a complaint form that you can do online.
Yeah, I don't do online.
Okay, you can come to Lumber's here for sure, by all means.
I'm coming in with a camera.
Then you'll be trespassed, sir. You're not allowed to record it.
So you're telling me I'm going to be trespassed for bringing a camera in?
If you're going to record it,
I'd like a sergeant. I'd like a supervisor to come out and talk to me about this, because this isn't right. Yeah. So guys, contrary to popular belief and opinion, you do not have to be arrested to make change. The mere threat of arrest is enough. It gives you legal standing to go to the next level. You don't have to take that arrest just to prove a point. And I just hope you all understand that. I get a lot of comments stating I'm supposed to be arrested so that I can sue them. We're not looking to sue them. We're looking to make change and bridge the gap between the police and the people of Canada.
Hey sir, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad.
Hey, I'm Rick.
Rick, Bill Gillespie. Nice to meet you.
Bill Gillespie?
Yes.
Do you have just a badge number? 1119 and this is
Parkin 2832.
2832, right on. Hi.
You wanted to come in and make a complaint?
Yeah, you know what? I actually have an issue with the sign.
Okay.
The no recording in a police station.
Right.
Now, the reason I have an issue with this sign is you guys need to be, you work for the citizens, right? For us. And if we have a problem, if we have anything going on, we have to come in there and then trust your cameras, your ability to record what's going on, and then to be blunt about it, your truthfulness in a situation.
Right.
Where it could turn out, now this has happened to me in the past, where I've been accused of being disorderly or harassing or loud and boisterous or, you know, downright an asshole.
Okay.
And accused of that, but I know for a fact your cameras don't record sound in the lobby.
Right.
And then 9 out of 10 times, even when you don't have body cameras in this division?
No.
No, okay.
No.
You know what? Quite a few of them don't. But that is another thing too. The body cameras can be muted and stuff like that. And so I work on stories, they're educational videos about policing here within Canada. And there is federal law that states we are allowed to record police in the course of their official duties, right? And I do believe that would be the authority conferred by law, which you guys are using a Trespass to Property Act to put those signs up. And so an authority conferred by law overrides that Trespass to Property Act. And I do believe citizens, if they have a problem and want to come in to file a complaint and get a complaint form, would have the ability to record themselves while doing so, just to avoid any further issues.
Right.
And I just want to say, I understand your guys' concern with people in the lobby, me walking around being a jerk, sticking my camera in everybody's face, filming who's there. I can do that from the sidewalk, right? So I think you guys banning recording devices is more of a preemptive strike. It's taking our rights away, our authority conferred by law as well, away, just to protect some people that we may or may not do something about. It's like Minority Report, future crimes. We're not predicting who's going to commit a crime. Like, I'm a pretty nice guy. I'd never stick my camera in anyone's face. But I think those signs are completely wrong. And sorry, you're a sergeant or are you staff sergeant?
Staff sergeant.
You are? Okay, right on. This is an excellent person to have a conversation with. And that's my purpose. That's my problem with those particular signs.
So you want to complain about that now, sir? Or?
Well, I would love to complain about that.
Okay, so I have some forms here
Yeah.
that you can fill out. If it's about conduct of an officer or just exactly what you said.
Policies,
yeah. So I can leave. You're familiar with this?
I am. The OIPRD forms?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I can leave this with you then?
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
my problem is, though, this doesn't go anywhere. They never do.
Well,
No, they never do. I know the head of the OIPRD isn't really the top-notch guy that you'd want heading up accountability among our police force. Richard Shank is the name of the fellow that runs the OIPRD.
okay. Are you prepared to give me your name, sir, or no?
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
So,
I could.
Sir, I'll just say, sir, you're fine with sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
Until things change, you're not allowed to record inside the building. You understand that?
Why? Who put that rule into place
Well, I
for
don't know
starter?
who put it into place, but it is a rule. Okay, I'm not going to pretend that I know who put it into place. But what happens is sometimes we have victims of crime that are in here.
I already.
And they surreptitiously don't want to be recorded, and that's in the public.
Oh, I could surreptitiously record in there, and there's
No,
nothing
but-
you could do.
No, well,
If I actually had a little pin or something on my jacket,
Well,
I could walk in there and record.
but the fact that you're coming in with a camera now it's not.
I'm being very, very open.
Open.
I'm not trying to hide
No,
myself.
you're not.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that, right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, if we leave that rule open to you to come in and do that complaint at this time, then it just opens the door for everybody else to come in. And until that changes, unfortunately, we have to enforce that. Okay?
Everybody should have the right to record you guys in the process of your duties while you're doing your duty, right? And let's say I had a complaint against an officer's conduct. Now I'm coming in, I'm putting myself at the mercy of the police station.
Well, there's the option of doing it online as well.
Yeah, what if, you know what? I have trouble seeing.
Okay.
I can't read very well on a phone.
Okay.
And not to mention, have you ever tried to fill out a form on a phone? It's almost impossible.
Well,
and I'm not a rich guy. I don't own computers
We
and
do,
stuff like that.
We do record our conversations. We do have the ability to record the conversations, and that can be available through Freedom of Information as well.
You also have the ability to mute the recording of the said conversations. And it does happen. I've seen it happen from time to time.
You know what?
And I'm just wondering.
That's too bad that it happened in your experience, but I can't comment on that, right? So, but if you do want to fill out the complaint, there's the form, sir. We're just going to ask you not to record inside the building. Okay?
Is there somebody in the lobby? I'd like to come in and get some pictures of the lobby. And what you are also doing is you're bypassing my right to the freedom of expression here in Canada, which the Trespass to Property Act states, unless somebody is acting under a right or authority conferred by law, you can then put up a sign like that, and then it would be effective. May I come in and take a picture in the lobby?
No.
Why?
You can't, because you're not permitted to do so, sir.
Why?
Okay, explain that.
You see, you guys are superseding our rights, and it's going to be an issue in the future.
All right, you have your form. Unfortunately, I have another meeting.
And what was your name again?
It's Staff Sergeant Gillespie.
Staff Sergeant Gillespie and PC Parkin. You know what? Pleasure to meet you.
Okay.
And thanks for having the conversation. But who else would I speak to? Where is York Region actual headquarters? Because I know you have like inspectors of each station, and then there's a captain, right?
It will be a superintendent.
A superintendent.
Yeah, the inspector is Inspector Garner.
Inspector Garner.
Yes. Our headquarters. Sorry, to answer your first question, our headquarters is at 47 Don Hillock Drive. That's in Aurora.
47 Don Hill.
Don Hillock.
Don Hillock.
Hillock Drive.
Okay.
In Aurora.
And where do you guys? Where do your meetings? I know there's police board meetings, right?
Yeah, I believe they are at the region building, but I don't know for certain. So
the York Region building.
Yeah, so that is at 17250 Young Street.
17,250 Young. So is that in Richmond? I guess not. It wouldn't be in Richmond Hill.
It's at it's near the 50 Eagle Street courts, Young and Davis Drive area.
Young and Davis. Okay.
Yeah. So that's where they host those meetings. I don't know for 100% certain though. Sometimes they're offsite at a different place.
Yeah. Okay. Are either one of you recording right now?
I am not.
It would have been a good idea. Well, I guess we're on camera out here anyways, right?
Yeah. Nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, good care.
It's something that's going to be coming up over and over and over again, guys. So, and you're a young man. This is something you should be looking into yourself. I want to see you. I do. You look like you're in your early 20s, right?
That's irrelevant, sir.
You're the type of people I want to reach out to, because the older generation isn't getting it right, man. This is superseding our rights to preemptively strike down something that there's already laws against. There is laws against me collecting private information and dispensing that to the public, or dispersing that to the public.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make a complaint about
No, I want you to look into it. And I know the proper avenues to make a complaint, but you're one of the younger ones, and I'll be seeing you again. I'm sure I will. What was your badge number?
my badge number is 2832.
2832?
Yes, sir.
Gillespie, you take it easy. You too, sir.
Take care.
There you have it, guys. These fellows, you're just not allowed. They didn't say the words private property, so there's car 133 again. They didn't use the private property terminology this time, but they still use that same old excuse. We have complainants coming in here, and you might get their information, blah, blah, blah. Well, in Canada, there is a Privacy Act, and it states very clearly, disseminating information gathered about people, doxing them basically, isn't legal here in Canada. They keep trying this crap, but what they did say, Staff Sergeant Gillespie did say, is that using the OIPRD complaint process, guys, using this particular process, we're going to start formulating complaints against police policy. And this is not over by a long shot. And we want to reach those young guys. I want them to see what's happening and these rules that they're enforcing. And the fact that they are denying Canadian citizens of their rights, of their natural rights, to preemptively stop a crime that may or may not happen. This is more like Minority Report sort of crap. And I don't like it one bit. So guys, we're definitely not done. This is not even close to over yet. And, you know, at least they had a conversation with me, with the staff sergeant. And that's a weird, so minivan, CS36. That was one loud-ass motorcycle. This isn't Minority Report. This isn't the future. You know, they're not allowed to prior restraint. I couldn't remember the word. Somebody had told me it's what's called prior restraint. They can't do that. That's like, well, they're trying to do it, and they do it with guns. Oh, nobody can own a gun because there might be a crime committed with a gun. Well, guess what? The people that legally own guns don't commit crimes. It's the same thing. You know, I could bring a hidden camera into these police stations and film, and then put that information online and tell them exactly where it came from and when I took it. There's not a damn thing they could do about it. And I don't know. We've been having a real hard time with this. I think the way to do this is to file the complaints, guys. Take it to the courts. It's going to take a long, long time. But it's an avenue we're definitely going to start going down, guys. Anyways, coming to you from Newmarket, Ontario, at #1 District Headquarters of the York Regional Police. This is True North Transparency. If you guys like what I do, make sure and hit that like button. Comment on my videos. Subscribe to my channel. Share this to your other social medias. And get involved. Get involved. You don't have to get yourself arrested to get involved. But what we have to do is we have to let them know that there's people watching. And this isn't just going to go away. We're not just going to quietly fade into the night and let them take all our rights from us and say nothing about it. So again, guys, this is True North Transparency, and I'm out of here.